We're at a critical juncture when it comes to climate change today. We constantly hear of record-breaking severe weather events, hurricanes, droughts and floods. And the scientific advice from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has stated that we have 1 decade to limit our global warming to below 1.5 degrees Celsius of pre-industrial levels. It's a really urgent problem, it's very complicated, and it's absolutely crucial that our global leaders work together now to address it.
Actis is an alternative asset manager, and we invest in the part of the world where most of the people live, 85% of the people live, Asia, Africa and Latin America. We manage capital from asset owners, so some of the world's largest pension funds, sovereign wealth funds, insurance companies. And we use that to buy companies that will then grow, improve, future-proof, and then we sell long-term sustainable businesses, and through that create value both to our investors and to the communities where we invest.
Our objective at Actis is to contribute to solutions, not problems, and we're really focused on sustainability because we believe that there are huge investment opportunities, but also we need to be investing in all of the areas described by the UN Sustainable Development Goals if we are to secure stable societies and prospering economies. So there's a moral imperative, but also a financial imperative for everyone to work together.
Climate change is an urgent problem. Even as we're talking today, you've got fires raging across California, you've got Arctic ice melting at rates faster than climate change models ever predicted. And of course, we're in the middle of a global pandemic where the need for resilient, low-cost growth going forward has probably never been so important. Renewable energy is actually cost competitive across the markets that Actis invests in without subsidy. And that means that where markets levels of electricity access are low relative to other markets, particularly Western norms, electricity demand is growing strongly. Plus you have this need now for resilient growth going forward, that renewable energy is just straightforward, common commercial best sense in terms of enabling economic growth, enabling electricity access, enabling SDG 7, universal electricity access for all by 2030, and recovering from where we are right now.
So the way that we apply our responsible investing approach, it's all about policy to practice and aspiration to action. So we are really, really focused on what we do on the ground with our companies. We ensure that they have a strong social license to operate, which de-risks our business activities, but also it means that we deliver value not just to shareholders, but also to stakeholders.
Declining costs have enabled renewable energy to be cost competitive without subsidy across all of the markets that Actis has invested in. And this has been a trajectory that we've seen since 2010, when wind energy in Central America first became cost competitive with HFO, oil-fired generation, which is very expensive and typically used as backup short-term generation in markets that lack other alternatives. Since then, renewable energy has become cost competitive across all of our markets, and as of today, it is cost competitive without subsidy across 2/3 of the world, and by 2030 that will be universal. We focus on least cost generation, delivering power that's needed at a competitive price to governments and populations that want it. And so for that reason, renewable energy is just part of that strategy. We recently brought online in Senegal a project. It's the largest wind farm in West Africa. It's the first wind farm in Senegal. It's called Tiber. We brought the first phase online 3 months ahead of schedule. At the point we brought it online, it's the cheapest power on the grid in Senegal. And where this all comes to is that then we agree an expansion of the project. It's an extremely compelling opportunity. We built a marketplace for the local women's group to operate from, which actually addressed a health and safety issue that we were looking at during construction because they were previously trading beside the road over which now we were going to be bringing in heavy equipment. So we worked in partnership with them in terms of creating a marketplace where that could enhance their ability to trade, have a clean place to sell produce, and therefore grow economic empowerment in that region.
Echo was founded in 2017, and we already are the second largest wind power generator in the country, and we are already one of the most efficient wind power generators in Brazil. We are providing affordable, clean energy to our customers, and at the same time, we are investing through our ESG strategies into the communities where we operate. Actis approach is very valuable because we can share experiences, knowledge across regions and across businesses. We have these wind energy assets in the countrysides of Brazil, one of the poorest regions of the country. We transform these regions from an investment perspective, where we make these large investments and we make a positive impact in their lives, where we provide them with educations, we build schools, we provide them with access to clean water. The relationship with Actis, it's all about, let's do what's right, we need to make great returns, and let's make a positive impact.
For sure, education is the most part of our projects. So we approach the teachers and we give the information to show them that there are some different ways to approach the students, and these different ways makes everything easier. So, for example, they can introduce difficult topics such as financial education in a playful way. They can use the backyard of the school to teach them math, science, biology, and all kinds of stuff only with these techniques. Of course, we also improve their facilities, but this is not the most important. The most important is the teacher's formation. Without Actis, we will not be able to do anything. They give all the support that we need to make our social projects the way we think it should be, because they understand, this is really important, because Actis understand that every country is different, every place is different. So they respect our opinion, they respect our technical advices, and they are always supporting us. So I think what they are doing is really, really fantastic.
So we created something that we call the Actis Impact Score. So this is a way where we then can compare and contrast investments across geographies and across sectors. You can then compare and contrast risk return and the impact of, say, a wind farm in Chile with a data center in Korea. And through that then allocate capital, creating the best possible long-term sustainable value to our investors in that portfolio of investments that we do. That's how we use it as a tool. But as we use this as an open source, it's transparent, it's open to everyone, and we hope that more and more people will use it, and therefore it can become a tool for the industry. Over the next 20 years, the demand for electricity will double. We need to build another planet of power plants. And where will this be built? Asia, Africa, Latin America. Sustainability is at the heart of everything we do. So we engage with the local countries, the cities and the communities we invest in, looking long-term into issues like inequality, climate change, to deliver sustainable businesses long-term.